Hi, my name is Annette Mangold, and I was one of the leaders that got the privilege of going on our mission trip to Eagle Village this past June. And one of the things that really just hit me was how the leaders there really sacrifice a lot of their life to build up these kids who have had hard times, either been abused or neglected, and had probably been sent there by the courts. And so they did mention they have a medical facility designation, and just that there's a place like that for kids who have been through a lot to just go and be catered to. They go to school, they have rooms that they live in, and they also have to cook and clean and, you know, earn their way too. So it's not like they're just getting a free ride, but they're definitely being taught good lessons that they will need to live the rest of their lives. And they have a message of hope in God and Jesus, and so they get to hear about the most important message of all, the most important thing that they can learn. So one of the leaders did say that there have been kids, and because it's a medical facility, even leaders who have come to Christ through the work that they're doing there. So to be part of that was really a blessing. And to see our youth, the way they worked and interacted with the other kids and just treated everyone equally, it was really, really a good trip, and I was glad that I got to go along.
Hi, I'm Autumn. I was on the Eagle Village trip, and I thought it was a pretty good experience. It was great to see the way that God was showing through the leaders that were at Eagle Village to the residents and everyone else there. And I just thought that overall, the way that God just worked through all the people even working at Eagle Village just made the whole place, I guess, just a good place to be.
My name is Ethan Locke. Going to Eagle Village made a big impact on my life, and I think a lot of the lives that also went. Whether we had a really good work ethic, and I think that we changed a lot of lives.
I'm Josh Osborne, and on this missions trip I realized it was on our second to last day there, and we were picking up sticks in the woods. And the guy who was helping us, his name was Randy, and he was telling us how we started picking up sticks. And he was saying that we slowly take those sticks out and then remove the trees, and then eventually it'll become clear. And I thought that was a really good illustration about how God works in our lives. He doesn't just flip a switch and we're automatically so spiritual and everything. It takes time, and over time and lots of mistakes, we eventually become more like Him.
Hi, I'm Tyler. I was one of the kids on the missions trip to Eagle Village. The biggest share on the trip is when me and the youth group were building benches and I was using the drill. My biggest takeaway on the trip is becoming a better Christian. My favorite part is when we got to see the nature and I got to walk through the woods to go to stuff.
Hey, my name's Trey, and my favorite thing we did there was playing games with the residents. And through that, I saw how God was working with the people there, the residents, and how the leaders interacted with them. And another thing was, when we went to the chapel, I saw how the residents worshiped, and it was very moving to see them worshiping and how God has affected their lives based on their backgrounds and where they came from. It's just really amazing to see how Eagle Village is changing their lives.
Hi, my name's Tim. I'm one of the youth leaders, went on the trip to Eagle Village. One of the things I really enjoyed was the fact that our kids were doing a lot of work projects, and some of the stuff they didn't fully understand what they were doing, but they worked together and they learned how to do it and get through and get the projects done. And so that was nice to see them working together doing that. Another time during the trip, or several times during the trip, the kids got to interact, play games with the kids that were also residents at Eagle Village that lived there full time. And it was nice to see how well they not only got along, but they really made friends with them. They played games with them on the same teams with them and different things. And it was just nice to see how quickly they would interact and become friends with them. One other thing that I found that was a challenge for me last time and wasn't as challenging this time is my fear of heights and doing what is called the confidence pole. I was able to get up it much faster this time, even though I wasn't able to stand up like the first time, but it was less scary for me this time to do it. So slowly but surely overcoming a fear of mine by going back and trying something again. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ellie Brown. I had the chance to go on the Eagle Village mission trip with the youth group and serve the Lord. One thing that struck out to me was the confidence pole that we got to try the first day we were there. It was basically a telephone pole with bouldering wall pieces on it that you could climb onto. When we got to the top, we had to get ourselves up on this little piece of wood that you could barely fit your feet on. Well, when we got up there, you know, you felt shaky, your legs didn't feel right, and the whole pole shook with you, and just felt very scared up there. Eric, the director, explained to us that this is how the kids feel every day in the situation they're in. The residents just have that feeling of being scared constantly. That really made us all feel kind of pity for them, because most of us have really great homes and we don't feel that feeling every single day. And so that just made us want to serve the Lord more and help these kids and show them God's love as much as we could that week.
Hi there, I'm Joseph Mollison. I was one of the youth people at Woodland Shores. One of my favorite things was building some of the benches that we built there. It was a lot of fun. I really liked having the conversation. I saw a guy at work helping, like, us doing stuff together, like having friendship and stuff. One of my favorite parts was being with the kids. I really enjoyed it a lot, and it's technically a lot of fun being at Eagle Village.
My name is Garrett Mangold, and one of my favorite parts of the mission trip to Eagle Village was getting to spend time and play games with friends and serve the Lord with them, and also getting to play games every day with some of the residents there at Eagle Village. It was really fun to interact with them and be a good example for them.
My name is Emma Mangold, and one of my favorite moments from the trip was when we went to chapel with the kids, the residents that lived there, Wednesday morning, and just listening to all of them like sing, seeing them like knowing all of the words to the songs was really impactful. Just listening to them and like hearing them worship and praise. And then another one of my favorite parts was just getting to hang out with the kids and be a good example for them, playing games with them and kind of getting to know them.
My name is Sam Locke. I went on the Eagle Village missions trip. I learned a lot about the struggles that many kids face. They feel afraid all the time, they have anxiety, and it really makes things complicated for them, makes it harder to keep it together, I guess. And I think we made a really good impact on them through our work ethic and through the games we played with them. There is a staff there, they were really, really nice, and they just showed so much love and compassion to those kids, and it gave us a whole new perspective on the lives of different kids, and it changed the outlook I have on a lot of things. So I really recommend going on a missions trip like this if you ever get the chance.
Hi, my name is Lori Volstorff. I'm the Next Gen Director here at Woodland Shores Baptist Church. I always say what a great job our kids do. We have amazing kids and students here at Woodland Shores, and this trip was no exception. Whether it was hanging out and having fun with the residents at Eagle Village, or doing service projects like building benches or picking up sticks for Jesus, the kids worked very hard. And a lot of times we go on these trips and we feel like we're not really making a difference. But when you have a staff from Eagle Village tell you that they saw Jesus in your students, that's huge. It helps you realize that we may not think that we're being Jesus to anybody, and we may think we're just doing boring, mundane things, but really, others see Jesus in the way we act and the things that we do. And I'm just so proud of our kids. We had an amazing trip. Obviously, we could not fit all the details into this video, so I encourage you to talk to one of them that went on the trip and get more details, find out information, see where they saw God at work while we were at camp, because I saw God working through all of them the week that we were there. And I thank you so much for your support and your prayers and everything that you guys did for us leading up to and while we were on the trip to make it a successful mission trip. We thank you.